Hey everyone, this is Southern Fried Chat again here with Jesse, the surgeon, the man pull posting SPX from the operating room. How are you doing, man?
Hey man, I'm doing great. Glad to be here. Been excited. I think we booked this out about 3 weeks ago. So I'm glad to bring this live show to all the Aeons and to bring somebody like me to the forefront and let all of our people see us.
Dude, heck yeah, man. So before we get too far into it, how like where did you learn about SPX? Tell us a little bit about your journey, I guess.
Yeah, so it's kind of an interesting journey. So obviously the first thing I saw about SPX, I was on a cruise and I saw
Okay.
Murad's meme coin super cycle lecture. And then I sat on it and be honest with you, this is what's kind of I wrote this on one post. I'm not sure how many people heard it. Then I did an ayahuasca ceremony and it came to me. And at that moment, when I saw it come to me, I went ahead and thought that this was definitely going to be the one. And it told me it was the one. And ever since that day, for over about a year now, I've been holding.
Wow. So okay, yeah, I definitely did miss that. I would have put that down if I'd have saw it. So so then you really went on a journey. I've never done that before, so we'll kind of take us through that a little bit. The ayahuasca, how was that?
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, it's important to me. I have a shaman on salary that I meet with every week or so.
Okay.
Um, and I do practice plant medicine. I don't know if you saw the Aaron Rodgers documentary on Netflix, Enigma. I recommend that to everybody.
Okay.
And you go deep and you go into other dimensions. And one of the things that came to me right after Murad's lecture was I was totally in another dimension. And the SPX logo and everything just came to me and said this was the one. And since that day, I've had no doubt.
Oh my god, that's incredible, dude. Dude, that is
Yeah.
so amazing to hear. Now, I haven't seen that documentary. I might have to check it out now, but I have seen him on Joe Rogan before, and he's gone into. I know he's done that before, and Rogan has too, I believe. But yeah,
Yeah. It's coming to the forefront. It's something that it's so powerful that um, I can't recommend it because that would be selfish. But if it does call you one day, I highly, highly recommend. If everyone did it, this world would be a great place.
I believe that. I believe that. I mean, I did smoke marijuana for a time, and it definitely mellowed me out and made me a better person. But if you do it too much, it can be an issue.
Oh,
But
for sure. I don't
yeah,
do that. Honestly, I was with my profession and everything. It's very strictly to sitting down with the shaman in a non-social environment and really just going deep and getting the answers. Getting XPX given to me
that is so
by
cool.
by the medicine.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, really
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. I've never spoken to someone who's actually done it. I've just heard it through, like on Rogan and other places like that. So, man, that's intense, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's gonna have to be a. That's definitely gonna be a clip. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna clip that part at the beginning.
that's all right. That's why I wanted to share it. It's probably the reason why I was such a true believer from the moment I saw it. There was
Wow,
no doubt in my mind. There's no wavering. There's no like it doesn't matter what happens. I know what I saw and what I know.
that's amazing. So that was roughly like in October of last year, so about a year ago. Is that okay?
Yeah, so it actually was October. I was on a cruise actually with it was my mom's 75th birthday,
Awesome.
and I've been in crypto for a while now. I'm a Bitcoin guy, from the beginning, and I've been looking for something, and I haven't liked anything. And I was on a cruise, and I hear Murad talking about you know what a mean point super cycle is, and it just made sense, right? Like it made sense that every token is a meme coin, right? Bitcoin's a meme coin. Everything is about community, and people forgot that. They go into utility and they go into
Yeah.
this and they go into that with all these different coins, and I mean, what is utility if you have no users, right? It's all about the
Right.
community.
Right. That's
And
yeah.
and what's interesting, what's interesting is that this token, the utility is bigger than anything because of the people.
Yep.
Right? It's the people that make the utility.
Exactly. Yeah. A good example of that, I was talking to Krishna on my last episode, and he mentioned he had mentioned on the timeline that he was having some issues. And then a physical therapist in the community reached out to him and said, "Hey, I've noticed you on the we have the Earth globe. I noticed you're near me. Hey, you can come.
Or
Yeah, I'm a physical therapist, so
that's real utility, right? I mean,
exactly
that's
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 actual
the
utility.
definition of right. That's the definition of utility. I've had a lot of physical therapists, acupuncturists since I posted proof of operating room.
Really?
I've had so many people in my area reach out to me. Hey, after surgery, can you send me your patients? I'm a physical therapist. I'm a post-op physical therapist,
Wow.
so I do rehab. So that's the utility. And I don't know if you've heard of I think you're gonna have these what's called like meme societies. Like
Yeah.
the money is gonna change, right? Like money, what we think about money is not gonna be money anymore, right? What is money? Money is just an exchange of energy, right? It used to be, I'll wash your car, you cook me dinner, right? Like that's really all
Right.
money is.
Yeah.
So now it's gonna be coming, oh, you're in my community, I can do some therapy, you can do some surgery. So like that's gonna be the way it is. And we're gonna exchange our little tiny tokens called SPX6900.
Yeah. There
Right?
you
That's
go.
the way it's gonna be.
Dude, yeah, I see that for sure. Yeah, Balaji, the guy who wrote the Network State, talks about that a lot.
I love him.
Yeah, so I think SBX is truly it's becoming exactly what he talked about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I've been pushing online to I think we've graduated from I wouldn't call it a meme coin anymore. I would call it a whatever you want to call it, but it's not a meme coin, right?
Right.
It's more like a culture society coin.
Yeah, yeah. I'm liking the term movement coin. I think it's a go, but the culture society coin works well too. Um, yeah.
Whatever you want to call it. It's just like so I've never seen a token that's only been in existence what about 2 years now, right?
Yep. Yep.
Almost. Like when Mike flipped the stock market got drained. Like I mean, there was no thought about donating money, like donating tokens to him, right? Like it was just automatic. You don't even like it wasn't something that I even thought about. When have you ever seen that
Yeah.
in any chain or any token, right? Like you've never seen that.
No, it's crazy. Yeah. I mean, he does so much for the community. We all loved him. It's like, okay, well, we got to help him out, you know?
There wasn't even a question,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
mean, like it's like oh, we have to help him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
It's so cool.
his work is too good not to help him out, right? Like he's part of our group.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And what I've learned through doing the podcast is like I already tell you're an incredible person. You got a big personality and way more behind the operating room scenes, which I want to get into that. But yeah, you seem. I mean, it's just cool, man. It's cool to see how deep everyone in the community is. Like I haven't had one where I was like that was kind of boring. Everyone's like this is interesting. All of them have been great.
I mean, look at the people in this community. It's really cool, man. It's like you have
Yeah.
the whole gamut, right? You
Yeah.
have the top CEOs, and you have the surgeons, and you have the therapists, and you have the crypto nerds, and you have the NFT guys, and you have like it is encompassing
Yeah.
everything. And we
Yeah.
haven't even started yet, bro. Like that's the crazy thing. We haven't even started yet. We still don't get we still don't get the right publicity, even like on some of the the marketplaces,
Right.
right? They won't
Yeah.
even we'll go up 23% and we're not listed on the top gainers. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, dude, for real, man. Yeah, I agree. Well, and I want to shift gears a little bit to your post. Everybody
Yeah.
loves the ones from the operating rooms. They've been amazing. So like, what gave you that idea? I guess.
So honestly, it just came to me. It was one day I operate on Tuesdays. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but the videos come out on Tuesdays. That's
Yep.
my big surgical day in the operating room. Um, I think we're on week 5, right? So I was just there and I said to myself, and this is just one of those things that just like came to me. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been a coin in the operating room. Like, I don't think anyone's ever seen any coin. I don't care if it's Dogecoin. I don't care if it's Shiba. Like, it's never been in the operating room. Like,
No.
I'm like, I wonder if I can, like, if I post this in the operating room, I wonder what people would think. And then all of a sudden, there was 100,000. I think it went up to like 95,000 views or something like that. And I was like, okay, I guess we're the first ones, right? Like, I wanted to bring real life, you know, to SPX, the community.
No, it was amazing. Yeah, and some people were being mean on it. Like one, I think Crypto Bitlord said something. Can you imagine your surgeon talking about SPX? And what would you do if you woke up to that? I'd be like, we'd raid hard, bitch.
That's right. Listen, they all know me. All my patients know that. I'm blessed to have gotten to crypto early.
Yeah.
So I do surgery. It's like my dad was an artist. So I don't come from doctors and lawyers. I come from my dad was an artist in New York City. So I kind of just came from the arts, and I'm supposed to have been into crypto to the point where now surgery is a hobby of mine. It's like
Wow.
the most easiest thing in my world. I do it for fun. I don't do it for money. I do it because I enjoy fixing people. So my dad was an artist and he would make people smile with his hands. I actually, to be honest with you, don't like medicine. I
Uh,
only went into sports orthopedics because I don't deal with cancer or sickness or death. I just get people better. So if I actually didn't get into sports orthopedics, I actually took about 15 chef classes. I was going to cook.
you seem like a cook, man.
But
That seems like you just seem like a cook.
I'm always I'm always cooking up something. But so like for me, I just wanted to get people better. So I'm in a field of medicine that I work on a lot of professional athletes, and
Wow.
I'm in South Florida, so I see a lot of the teams and athletes. My specialty is knees and shoulders. So usually I'm just fixing people and I'm getting them back to smiling in my own way.
That's awesome, man.
It's been great. I love it. It's a hobby of mine. Yeah.
Hey, that's impressive. I mean, most people wouldn't think that'd be your hobby, so that's like pretty crazy. It shows that you don't need to be doing this either.
It's
You're
like it's
passionate about this. Like you don't have to be doing this right now. You're,
I
you're
love life.
passionate.
Like
Yeah.
I love life. I
Yeah.
enjoy. So for me, I'm very spiritual. Like I said, I have a shaman on salary, right? So like for me, meeting a human being like you and exchanging ideas and talking, like it's the coolest thing in the world, right? Like I get to meet 200, 300 people a week in what I do. So like for me, that's the most important thing in this life is to meet human beings and to meet other souls and to connect and to make friends and to exchange ideas and to understand it, right? Because what I've learned from my workings in energy with the sermons and what I do is like, the 9 to 5 in the construction is not what it's about, right? It's about meeting people. It's about having sushi with my kids in Japan, going to a ballet in Russia with my family. Like it's not about the 9 to 5. And this coin, right? This movement and this group can allow people to experience what I'm experiencing now
Yeah.
if they just believe in this token.
Yeah.
If they
Exactly.
just believe, right, and they hold and they DCA, this will allow you to do what I do on a regular basis. That's why I love it.
Dude, man, that's incredible. Yeah. I guess a great message for people. Definitely. I think also, I mean, even beyond, believe in it, it could change your life. All that's obviously amazing, but just your lust for life, doing what you're passionate about, not doing stuff just because you have to do it.
It's the goal, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's I mean, that is you said I couldn't have said it better than myself. That's the goal. Doing what you're passionate about because you want to, not because you have to.
I will say this much: the moment I stopped giving a shit was the best thing I ever did in my life. I'm not as wealthy as you are just from hearing you talk, but I'm doing okay for myself. But the moment I stopped giving a fuck, it life just got better for me.
There's a reason for that, by the way. There's a book that you can read about that, called like Transurfing Reality. But really interesting book. But another thing, you mentioned something about wealth,
Yeah,
right? So I read a lot, and I read like Deepak Chopra, The Laws of Abundance, and stuff like that. So how many rich dicks do you know? Right, a ton, right? So in the laws of abundance, to be wealthy is nine pieces of the pie, and money is only one of it, right? You
yeah,
have to have health, love, family, self drive, determination, right? Instinctual intuition. So money is only one of the nine. So
right.
you have to have all nine to be wealthy.
Good.
That's
Yep.
wealthy, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I 100%
So
contentment. If you're not content, you'll never be happy. It's so important.
right.
Yeah.
So the moment that you stop putting expectations, right, on everything, and you say this to yourself, I'm okay with whatever is, that's when everything opens up to you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Does that make
amazing.
sense?
No, I'm with you.
Right.
I agree, man. I agree. Yeah. Uh, I, I was at the, on my previous job, I was at the point where I couldn't take it anymore. I just said I quit. And then the craziest thing happened. They're like, well, we don't want you to quit. So we're going to offer you still work for this company, but you get to do something totally different where you can live wherever you want to and be a consultant. And I was like, perfect. I'll try it. And I just quit. I quit that day and it turned into
Right.
something amazing.
So there you go. So again, that is exactly what I study. Like once you understand that your mind can fuck you,
Yeah.
right? Because your mind gives you expectations, everything. I'm late. I'm supposed to have this money. I'm supposed to have this life. I'm supposed to be married. I'm supposed to have kids. This is a house I'm supposed to have, right? So when you're chasing all of that, right? When when you say I want or I need something, that comes from a place of lack, right? You want to choose everything that you want in this life. You don't want or need anything. You choose everything that you do. And then once you can understand that, you can play the game. Like that's all this is the game, right? It's a learning experience.
Yeah.
But too many people are always chasing that goal. And then what happens when you get there? You either change it or you move it further away.
Mm-hmm.
And then you wind up missing the ride, right? Which is the ride of life. If you keep looking at the goals.
Yeah. That's why some of the richest people are very obviously unhappy people. Yeah.
They're not wealthy.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. That's a great point. Yeah. I like that. I like that a
Right.
lot. Yep. Yep. For sure. so,
Hey, so you know what I've been you know what I have been talking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I wasn't going to say
I
that. You
love
go
this,
ahead.
but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you
I
go
don't want
ahead.
to get.
You go for it.
Oh no, I was talking. The group is getting together, and I live down in South Florida. I guess we're going to get together for that Art Basel
Mm-hmm. Yep.
meetup. Are you going to be there?
Yeah, I am. I'm planning on it. I should be able to. I don't see why not. So I'm 100%. My wife is cool with it, and she's not going to come because she's not super interested in it, but she's going to stay and take care of our kids. So yeah, I think I could come.
Hey,
So
that sounds like a queen to me.
yeah, no, that sounds. I was like, I said you can
Mhm.
come if you want to. I don't want you to feel like you can't come. She's like, I don't want to come. I'm like, okay, sounds good.
Right.
I'll just go. I'll go do
So
my thing.
I'm actually meeting a couple of the Aons Thursday to discuss maybe renting out a place and stuff. I said I would donate $1,000 to whatever event they want to do, and contribute, whatever I can since I'm down here.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever we get it all situated, I'll definitely whatever. I'm sure we can raise whatever money we need to make it happen. That's what's cool about it. I just don't know. I think they're thinking about doing like a cool space. I think, and then doing art inside of it. I have been following the chat entirely. I've been too busy, but I've been trying to keep up with it. But I'm down for
You're
whatever.
right on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
same
Is
with
that
me.
better? Yeah.
I told them I live here. I can help you guide you guys, but I'm down. Like whatever everybody wants is exactly what I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, it'll be a good time just to see everybody. There's so many people who's planning on coming, and hopefully everybody's able to make it. And yeah, I mean, Art Basel's a cool event, anyways. I've never been, so I'm
Yes.
looking forward to it.
Oh, you're in for a surprise, that's for sure.
So I mean, it's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to it.
Where do you live?
I live in South Carolina.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're gonna be in for a surprise. It's gonna knock your socks off.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll have a good time then.
Yeah.
um. So I want to ask you about what do other people that work with you think about the SPX, the passion you have for that? What do they think about it? Your colleagues.
Well, it's funny because a lot of them are newbies, but they trust me, right? So they've been working with me for 13 years,
Okay.
and they they know they know me. So if I go into something, they know probably a pretty good chance. It's a good thing. So they're all in it. They love it. And what's cool is that I'm guiding them into their first crypto adventure,
Yeah.
right? So it's like their first ever, time into it. So I'm taking it by the hand. I'm actually downloading the app for them. I'm downloading the wallet for them, and and, and
That's perfect.
I'm helping them out. But they love it. So it's something. Everybody's looking to become part of something,
Yeah.
right? That breaks the monotony, right? So they go to work every day. They're nurses or they're anesthesia or they're orderlies. And it becomes mundane. They do the same thing every day. So now every Tuesday I come in, the first thing we all write on the board and talk about is SPX. So like, how cool is that?
That's
Right?
amazing.
It kind of gives them an incentive to come in on Tuesday and have fun with it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that you're doing that, and I think I think the one thing I think it showed to the community, to people maybe not inside SPX, is like, hey, there's something here. I mean, we have you who's a surgeon and talking and showing, and you're passionate about like no other. It's just such a wide range of people, and it's to me it's undeniable like where the movement's at, and I I just think I knew it was inevitable that this would happen, but it's just really cool to see. You're like the first, like, we'll put it this way, you're like the first real professional who's really gung ho about it. Is the way I'll put it.
Well, that's a good thing. Thank you.
Yes, yeah. I
But
think I think you are. I don't think there's been another like real like you know what I mean by professional. You're a
of
surgeon,
course,
so I think you're the first. Yeah, I think so. Maybe there's another one, not like you, that passionate like you. No way.
a surgeon that's drinking beer on the podcast, right? That's allowed.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. It's amazing. But I think people have those ideas about a surgeon, it's,
Right, right.
and professionals in
Well,
general.
maybe I could bring light to that too, that we're not all stiff assholes that you know but I'll be honest with you, most of my colleagues they're not like me. But again, again,
There's,
I come from an art background. I don't come from a doctor and lawyer background, so it's a little different.
there's always usually at least some reason why there's stereotypes. There's always a little inkling there, but yeah, no, you
I tell people
definitely,
I don't hang out with doctors, that's for sure.
that's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I come from an IT background, so I can relate somewhat. I don't typically. I mean, programmers, I love them to death, but sometimes it depends on the programmer, of course. But
Right.
yeah, it's sometimes they can be a little dry. Um, so how do you think the movement will evolve over time?
I think the movement will evolve over time. I think the movement will evolve over time because of the people that are going out and doing the groundwork. All the people that you see holding the signs and putting the stickers. And remember, this is all before, I think once retail comes back in for the bull run, whenever that may be. Again, this has been a very elongated cycle.
Mm,
I think the cycle from the past is not there anymore. And I think that retail is still scared because unfortunately, right now, retail doesn't have the money that they had in the past cycles,
yep.
but it will come because they're going to print money. and Trump's going to print money, and the cycle that the M2 money flow is coming. It's starting now, and retail will come back. And I think how I see the movement expanding is exactly what happened last week with the manipulated leverage rug pull,
Oh my
right?
God, that was crazy.
Okay, but now because we were in SPX and most of us are spot holders of SPX, I didn't shed a sweat gland,
No.
right? Like it didn't matter. So like when you see that, that's how the community expands. When people come to us and say, "Hey man, didn't you get," like when newbies come or retail comes say, "Hey, didn't you get crushed during that leverage, wipe?" They don't even know what's leverage. You're gonna say, "Didn't you get crushed during that crash?" And I'm like, "No, our community's just we basically wiped it away like we were wiping sweat from our eyebrow." Right? So that's how the community is going to grow when it sees resiliency with normal people that are excited and that truly want to help the community, right? So we have the professional athletes, we have the pool billiards, we have
Yep.
the windsurfer, we have you know people that are going on London Bridge and talking to people. We have Murad, which is huge, right?
Yep.
Like he's huge. He's the man, right? Because he's got the ears of the people that we don't have.
Right. Exactly.
So and he's trustworthy, right? I mean, so it's very very interesting to watch this movement because I have not seen it except for Bitcoin. And to be honest with you, it's more electric than Bitcoin was at the beginning.
When
So
when did you get into Bitcoin out of curiosity?
11 years ago.
Wow. It's way early.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
What was that, 2014? Okay.
yeah. So you want to hear something cool? You want to know? For me, I'm not smarter than anybody. Why I never sold my Bitcoin, but I'm gonna give you a really funny story of why I never sold my Bitcoin. I've always held. I've never sold, right? Because most people like when they get it low and it went to you know
Right.
30 or $40,000, they sold. Like who wouldn't, right?
Sure.
So here's a funny story. I'm gonna give you a life lesson of how things work, and you never know why it happens until it happens. So my dad was a graphic designer in New York City, and he was one of the first people to do. They went from using block screens to the Apple, right, to the Apple computer.
Right.
So when I was 16, my grandfather, I had two other cousins, all three boys. My grandfather gave all three of us $5,000 in stock in Niagara Mohawk, which was an electric company in New York. My two cousins, because the age of driving in Florida is 16, right? They went and they bought cars. My dad was like, "You're going to buy this company called Apple stock," right? This is back in like 93, like right at the beginning. But so I bought $5,000 of Apple stock. It went to 40,000, and my parents were like, made me sell it because they're
uh,
smart. They're like, "You have to sell it. Like it's not
yeah.
going to go up anymore." That was before the iPod, even
Right.
not even the iPhone. That was before the iPod, right? As the big block just came out. So selling that Apple stock made me understand not to sell the Bitcoin. So even though I thought it was a mistake for years because it would be worth so much now, it wasn't a mistake because it taught me to hold.
Yep. And I think a lot of people have similar
So,
stories to you, but with Bitcoin. They bought Bitcoin and then they
right,
sold Bitcoin, and now they're like, "I've learned my lesson.
exactly.
I'm gonna do this with. I'm not gonna do this with SPX." So
There you go. So yeah, I didn't even think. I didn't even think of that aspect of it. To be honest with you, I guess because I just all I do now is hold. Right.
yeah,
Like I don't sell anything.
yeah. So that's awesome. So I think that's incredible. What made you buy Bitcoin? Like, what got you into it?
I've always been different. I just like again, I was buying Apple from my dad. I was a computer, and I was not in what he wasn't. He was just a graphic designer that used Apple, and so I was always into tech and space, and people that were like into Star Trek or Star Wars, and like it just kind of like it kind of went, and I think I was at that point in time. I was lucky because I was a new surgeon, so I had money to like throw around. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I was
Sure.
like, this seems pretty cool, right? Like everything else is digital. My music's now digital. My phone is now digital. My mail is now digital. Like, why would my money not be digital?
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like this year, right? Like this administration finally made it like okay to really, you know,
Yes.
I think I think the risk now for digital, assets is gone. I think Bitcoin is not now, for a fact that I even tell all the people in the hospital and all my friends, they're like, am I late? I'm like, listen, what do you mean are you late? It's gonna be $1 million by 2030. Like it's 115,000 now. Like you're not late. It's
Yes.
gonna be 10 million, by 2045. Like you're not late. There's no other asset or investment that you can 10 times your money with no risk.
There's
And
no risk now. It's so
no, there's no
crazy,
risk,
and people are
right?
like,
There's absolutely no risk.
yeah, I
Not only
can't.
is there no risk. I had a conversation today in the hospital with a bunch of doctors. Not only is there no risk, okay, because they want to like open up medical practices and blah 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 blah. I'm like, let me ask you a question. I said, are you going to 10 times your money with this investment by working 100 hours a week, or do you want to 10 times your money by just sitting home and going to the beach? Because that's what people don't get,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
like they don't understand that. Like I told them, I said, I'm not investing anything right now. I think Bitcoin averages like 59% over a year, right?
yeah,
It's going to go down. Michael Saylor says it's going to go down to like 22 or
yeah.
21%
I think he's
in
probably
the next
right
20
on.
years.
Yeah, yep,
So, right. So I said to my friends, I'm like, if you can't guarantee me, I don't care if it's real estate, I don't care if it's a bar, a restaurant, and invest in any invest. I said, if you can't guarantee me 20% a year, I'm not doing it because I can sit home at the beach and make 20% a year in Bitcoin.
yep.
Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, what's amazing about
Now
that
we have
though?
SPX, right? So it's like,
Yeah, and what's amazing about that is when you have something so great to where you can just sit at home and make incredible gains like that, it makes you think like, do I actually want to do that? You almost like have to want to do something. You don't just do it as an investment. Like if you bought a bar, you need to want to
right.
have a bar and enjoy doing it, which I think is actually an amazing thing.
Because again, right. Again, you have two options, right? Remember, you do need an income to purchase the Bitcoin at this point, right? And that's why
Yeah,
SPX is so interesting because
yeah,
the people that make a normal income, let's say, like what now they have hope and
yeah,
they have a vision. Wait a second, I missed this before. I'm not missing it this time.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
so it's really cool. My biggest thing right now is like I fight with myself. I'm like, okay, I know I should have 90% Bitcoin, 10%. Now I'm like, I'm like at 70/30. I'm like, am I going to go to 50/50 by the time this is done? Am I going to have as much SPX as I have? You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you don't touch it, you will in dollar terms.
That's right. I don't touch it.
I
Right.
think it'll surpass it actually, but if you're at 70/30 right now, but if you don't touch
So,
it,
it's
that'll be
fun.
tough. Yeah,
I don't touch. I don't, I'm in for the long run, honestly. I want to see this. I want to see this mature. And I don't want to be that guy that sold when I thought it was mature. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be like the Bitcoin guys that sold at $20,000 because they got it at 5,000.
right. Well, and the thing is, it's like if you see something you can do with it, or you want to do something with it, and or maybe you want to sell a little bit. Just I don't know why people full stack out. Just don't never sell it all. I mean, maybe you sell a little bit.
No.
Just don't
And
understand
some
it.
people you have to pay. Listen, you have to pay your rent. You have to pay your health bills. I mean, there's always reasons to sell, but you just have to like again. It all comes to trust and belief, right?
Yeah.
If you truly believe that SPX is going to do what we know it's going to do, remember about this. So I'll give you a little lesson in energy if you want.
Go ahead, go for it.
So a belief is actually a falsity, right? Like when you believe something, it's not truth. Okay.
Okay.
When I know the sun is going to come up. I
Yep.
know the moon is going to come out. Right. So when I did my vision, I know SPX. I don't believe in SPX. I know SPX. That's the difference. right?
dude.
So
Yeah,
that's the difference. I know it. I saw it. I sat there and I saw it in another dimension.
that is incredible. That is
It's amazing.
incredible.
It's the most profound thing that I do in my life. It's changed my life.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
that is amazing. I love that. Yeah, and a lot of people I've had on have said the same thing. It's like this is the next iteration of Bitcoin. Why? I know it. Why? I know it.
So
I know it.
I almost I almost want to I almost want to change the stop trading and believe in something to stop trading. I know something, but I can't do that because it's already like it's out there. But I mean, that would be so cool. And maybe in like 5 or 10 years, we'll change it to like stop trading. I
And
know
know
something.
it. Yes.
That's right. Right. You can see
Yes.
the difference in that. You know it or you believe it. Right.
Yeah.
What's more powerful? You know it.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
it. That's the
Yeah.
name of the game.
Yeah. And I think it's kind of a journey to get there. If you got there quick, but some people it'll take a while. You know, I've noticed some people in the community have sold on some of these down moments and they bought back in later, and now they feel more belief than they did previously.
Right.
So maybe they hopefully don't
Right.
make that mistake again. But
You know what? I might not have known or believed in it if I didn't see it. Like,
right,
right? I had to see it, you know? So like something came to me and said, hey, I want you to see this. This is it. Right.
right,
Because there's so many other ones. I mean, how many there's 30,000 funds a week coming out, right? It's just
crazy.
like, yeah. And so like, it's when again, when you know something, you know it. It's a big difference than believing in something.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah. Well, and I'm sure you're going to help, at the very least, increase people's faith just from listening to you. You're very bullish, let me tell you.
What's the worst thing that could happen? It already did, right?
Yeah,
So it
exactly.
goes down to 90 cents or 60 cents, and then it goes back up. It's not going anywhere at this point. It's not going to go away. There's no bad players. There's no boss of it, right? There's no management that's screwing everybody, right? There's no manipulation of it, which is amazing,
Yeah.
right? There's no unlocks, there's no airdrops. It's just there. It's already there.
Yeah, no inflation. Just the tokens are there.
That's it.
It's amazing.
It's
Yeah.
real, right? It's real. It's true. It's
Yep.
true.
It's spiritual gold. I love that meme
I
for it.
love him.
Spiritual gold. Well, I
I
love
love
the
him.
yeah, I love him too, but I love the meme like calling SPX spiritual gold. I love that analogy
Of
too.
course.
It's
Again, you saw it in the crash. It kept you calm. That's spiritual goal.
true.
It kept me calm, right? It kept me calm. I knew that I didn't have to worry about anything.
No, I was
The
just
only thing
like
I was disappointed, the
what?
only thing I was disappointed about is that the freaking exchanges went down because I wanted to buy it.
Yeah, me
As
too.
soon as that crash was going down, I was like trying to buy, and I couldn't. It wouldn't let me make
Yeah.
any transactions.
Yeah, it was disappointing. It was
Yeah.
disappointing, but some people had a really bad day, so I do feel for them. But hopefully, they learn their lesson.
Listen, people lost their lives. People lost their livelihood. It's a horrible, horrible thing. And unfortunately for us, for our coin, I think it's going to slow down retail for a little while because, you know, it was 100% manipulated
Oh yeah,
and it was obvious. So, I hope it doesn't slow us down too long, but it really doesn't matter. Like I say, it's just a matter of time. This is not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. I mean, some of the people that we have in our group that post every day, I think it's like Clay and Jordan Riz and like Ben Crypto puts the videos on. Like, I think it's amazing. Like everybody who's just like around it, you know?
it's just constant. Yeah, it's a constant wave. Like you know, people are going to still be there, and that's the thing that's cool about it. So
Let me ask you a
yeah,
question. Let
yeah.
me ask you a
Go ahead.
question.
Sorry, go
So
for it.
there's what? There's 214,000 right now or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. That's the holder count. Yeah,
Right. So, I mean, are we ever really going to go below 200,000? Probably not.
I doubt
Like,
it.
you know, this is our base case right now. We haven't even started.
Right? Yeah, I'm not concerned. I'm really not concerned about. I know we're gonna last forever. It's just I always people ask me like how fast, how well do you think it's gonna do? It's time. People ask me timing. I'm like I don't know how fast. I don't know how quickly, but I know it's gonna do very very well.
That's it.
That's yep.
You can always tell like which tokens are going to do good. If you notice, like I know you know this, but if you notice, like when the market does go up, we're usually like one of the top five as far as percentages. And when the market goes down, we're usually one of the top. Actually, we're actually like one of the top 20 on the down, and we're always a top five on the up.
Yep.
So that's a good thing to see. You can watch it. You
It's
know,
definitely a good sign, and also we did flush out like all the leverage, so now when we go up, it'll be much cleaner. So
well, we so in the markets actually, right? In the actual macroeconomics of those markets, that's people were saying, why is Bitcoin not going up? Like, why is it kind of like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
been like 6 months or like, well, it's
boring.
been like four months of boring, right?
Yeah,
And the reason why we couldn't go up is because if we went up, all the exchanges would have went bankrupt because there were so many longs, right? So in order to go up, they had to knock out the longs, right? Because you can't pay people 10x, 20x on longs the whole ride up to 250,000. Hyperliquid would go out of business, Binance would go out of business, like all the perps would go out of business because they're on the hook.
yeah.
So how do they get off how do we go up? The only way to have gone up is for that crash. Now it's open season.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it'll end up being bullish, and you never know what will be the catalyst, but there's going to be something. I think it's just going to get wild. I'm speaking short term. I am bullish short term. I am. I think it's going to get wild soon, personally, but we shall see.
The only thing that's in the back of my head is the actual financial disposition of retail. Like
Yeah,
I think people are having a hard time. They can't buy houses. They they don't have health care. Like right now, I think things are going to change, but they just haven't yet. And so we'll see at Christmas time. We'll see if people come into crypto at Christmas time or if they don't. If they don't, then I think we have a longer cycle because that just goes to show you that the people like it used to be every Christmas we have like, December goes up and November goes up because people have their spending money and they're going to get their Christmas bonuses and they're going to buy presents or they buy crypto. So now we're going to see, right? Like, how is the state of retail? Are they okay? Like, could they spend the money on crypto or is it dire?
right. Yeah, yeah. We'll see. And yeah, some people have that. If there is still this, I mean, some people say there's not even a cycle anymore, like they typically think of, and it's just kind of going to be a slow grind up for Bitcoin. And then some people say that the cycle, like kind of what you're getting at, is it might last till the middle of 2026 or something, and it just looks very different. Who knows?
I mean, 100%. Look at it. It's 100% different,
It is
right? I
definitely
mean,
different. Yeah,
yes. I mean, it's definitely different. Now, different but the same, right? Because you're gonna have that like 30% drawback. You'll
hmm
have Bitcoin if it goes to 250, it's gonna come back to 175. If
hmm
it goes to 200, it'll come back down to 115, right? Because you always, in order to have, well, what do we want, right? Do we want our cake and eat it too? Do we want Bitcoin and crypto and SPX to be able to have these giant leaps? Or right, because the more volatility, the better it is for us that know how to play it, right? Because volatility is a gift, right? The further you go down, the farther you can go up.
yeah.
Or do you want it to be like this? And I don't know. I don't know what the answer to that is. I think for SPX holders, we want the volatility.
Yeah,
For Bitcoin holders, we want the steady, like, slow now at this point. But it doesn't matter.
yeah,
It it hasn't even the world hasn't even adopted Bitcoin yet.
yeah,
Okay. So like we're talking like it's still so early, man. It's like this is a once in a generational opportunity to see it. So you know how the logarithmic curve goes like this,
yes,
right? So we are living in a time where we are at the curve going like this. Like it's the coolest fucking time that you could possibly be. We're gonna see it go like that. So it's here. It's not even there yet, right? So once you start seeing, you're going to see banks, go out of business due to Bitcoin. You'll have the major players, but the mom and pop Like there will not be reasons to go to the bank anymore at all,
Yeah.
right? You get your home loan on chain. You can sell your banking on chain. You have hundreds of millions of people in South America and Africa that are now going to have wallets backed by stable coins that are going to be backed by Bitcoin, right? And so we're going to go back to the gold reserve that we back in 1970, but it's going to be backed by Bitcoin,
Yeah.
right? So every stable coin will be backed by Bitcoin. We'll
Yeah.
have the strategic Bitcoin reserve. Nation states will have Bitcoin. And the coolest thing, believe it or not, SPX will be backed by Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That is cool,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, long term bullish as can be. Who knows about short term, but it's I do believe yeah, Bitcoin is the money for the world, and SPX is a different beast to a degree, but it's very important. It might be
Sure.
at this moment it might be more important in a way because it's so early in it, but
Well, it's a lot more important for people that believe they missed out, right?
yeah.
To give them hope, right? It's much more important for this generation,
Yep.
right? For the people that are ahead of it, saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm a 25 years old. I'm 20 years old. I better get into crypto. How can I get into crypto that I can afford, that has an opportunity to change my life, that has a good community, and that has people that are interesting? Like we're cool, 50 people, right? Like,
It definitely. I mean, there's been a yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. The community's amazing. There is no doubt about that. That's the best utility of the coin for sure.
thank you. There you
Yes,
go.
just all the different people. So I think what was it? I actually saw Murad post something today. It was on somebody else's post saying they were wanting to buy a social network that didn't have AI or something like that. And he's like, "Hey, it's sitting right in front of you. SPX 6900 is the social network you want to buy."
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's very exciting, and I think we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity. There will be challenges. There will be other groups and communities that will challenge, right? But that keeps us on our game. So we can't, we have to keep going, right? We have to keep doing whatever it is that we're doing needs to continue.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's why I love that the persist forever. That's we
Right.
just got to keep persisting and
And I think the
insisting.
NFTs are important too.
Oh
I
yeah,
think the Aeon NFTs are important.
they're
It,
awesome.
it, it,
Yeah.
not only that, I think it actually like it's a whole ecosystem of economy
Hmm.
that allows us to be legitimate, because there's things going on right now that not a lot of the viewers know with like crypto punks. So what's happening is there's art houses that are curating and like NFTs. For instance, there's a company out there that like you can have an Aeon and sell pixel by pixel.
Mm.
Each pixel of your NFT can be offered to people, and like that brings more money into our community. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Because
Yeah.
when they sell the pixel, what are they going to buy? Hopefully SPX, right? So it's a whole ecosystem in itself. Now,
Gotcha.
not everybody wants to do that, but there are some companies right now that are doing that with CryptoPunks and some of the other ones where like they're actually selling pixels. Now
So crazy.
imagine,
Yeah.
imagine how much money that could bring in, right? You could break up your NFT into a million pixels,
So you're saying
and
you're
then what
saying
can you
that
do?
you're saying the NFTs are like another vehicle to bring other money in that may not ever get there otherwise. I see.
It's now think about it. And let's say you have an Aeon, or you have a two or three, whatever you have. I hope everybody only has like one or two at the most, because you want to disperse it, right?
Yeah.
When somebody
Ideally.
owns like 100 of them, it's not good, right?
No.
So, so if you can imagine, let's say I own two Aeons, right? One I put away in my safety deposit box on my my cold storage wallet and never get rid of, right? Then I break one up into, let's say, 10,000 pieces, right? And the whole currency exchange, you can't buy it with Bitcoin, you can't buy it with stablecoins, you can only buy it with SPX.
Yeah.
right?
See,
So
yeah,
that's a whole nother community, and we can do that. We have an opportunity because we have an NFT attached, right? Like I don't think like Toshi doesn't have an NFT. Brett doesn't. I don't know if Brett. I don't know. I don't know if these people have NFTs that are attached to communities, but there's lots of intricate ways to build a community when you have an NFT associated with a coin,
yep,
right? Because there's not many coins that are associated with NFTs.
that's true, definitely. Yeah, and I think it also just if you own one, it makes you more aligned with the community. So I think there's some social
Sure,
components
of
to it
course.
as well. So
There's
but
all kinds of NFTs are very underrated. Like that's a whole ecosystem in the world of finance, art, and NFTs that people don't understand yet. Like
right,
it, it's just people are kind of down on NFTs because they were paid $500,000 for a board ape, and now it's 40,000 or whatever. But like that's what happens when things are new and hot, right? But now we have the opportunity with the aeons, and plus there's only 3,033 of them,
yep, there
right?
are
So like
less. Yep.
yeah, like that's really interesting, man. Like there's a lot that can be done in the art world with the aeons.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in the community agree with you. I don't see the vision as much. It's harder for me. I look at it from like the social component, just the idea of different individuals owning an Aeon, and it's just like a really powerful thing. And then people are gonna want to own one. But I look at it from like the digital, it's a flex almost in the community. That's kind of how I just like that's
Right.
really the only way I look at it at this point.
Well, you got to be careful with that because I think where the board apes went wrong, they excluded too many people.
That's fair.
Right.
Yep.
What would you rather have? 10 million people like being all happy with the NFTs, right? Or I know there's only 10,000 of them, but like, or oh, we're gonna have a party in South Beach and you can only come in if you have an NFT.
Well,
Then
I think that's the beauty of the coin. Anybody can participate in the project by owning the coin.
right, exactly. There you
So,
go. And I would caution us to ever exclude people that don't have an NFT for a party or a
oh,
social
you know,
event or something like that. Because I think they went wrong there. I think too they like the masses were cut off from the board apes,
right?
right? I mean,
I totally agree with you on that one. I totally agree, for sure. And yeah, I think there might be a lot more to it that I just don't see. So
right,
I do think
right,
it's important though, for sure. Um,
right. Well, I mean, I guess I collect art. My dad was an artist, so like for me, the whole art scene is that's happening with the NFTs right now is really cool.
that's awesome. Yeah, it's good to hear that. Yeah, I think I'm just missing that in my brain. So that's cool.
I'll
Um,
catch you up.
yeah, yeah, I'll have to catch me up to it because I do struggle with that. Yeah, I think I'm still just looking at it. It's like a high end luxury good at this point. So there must be more to it, though.
It's just so in every generation, the art is a story of the culture, right? So like NFTs, when we look back in 50 or 100 years, the NFT art will
Yep.
be the story of this culture. That's why I think about 3 or 4 months ago, I think the crypto punks were extremely cheap.
Yep.
Like the original, right? Imagine having the original, one of the original NFT digital arts. Like,
Oh yeah.
and not now, but like in 50 or 100 years, when you look back, that's like because right now you look back at Dali, you look back at Rembrandt, you look back at the Mona Lisa, right? Or Da Vinci or Michelangelo. All these things were a story of the time of when you were.
Right.
So so the NFTs, right? You're gonna look back at like whoa, like that's the story of the culture of the time of where we were. And I think people don't understand that and they kind of poo poo it right now.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah, I know there's something to it. It's just it's so cool. And the other thing I think that differentiates Aeons from say Bored Apes is Bored Apes was created by a company and ran by a company. This is a community NFT project. So it's a totally different ball game. Like it's going to be marketed naturally way better than the Bored Apes everywhere.
And plus, we're more mature about it, right? Like we understand the safety of it and the security of it, so we can have a showing at Art Basel and have 4 LCD screens that are popping up everybody's arms without somebody being nervous about losing it or getting it. So
Right.
so we've become more mature in understanding NFTs, right?
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I wanted to ask you this. I kind of do you believe that we will actually flip the stock market?
Yeah, 100%.
I
I
love
don't know
that.
if it'll be the stock market that you think of, because again, I think they're going to debase the currency of the dollar, and I think everything's going to go down really bad, and I think we will flip it, not in the way that people think, but in the natural order of digital assets. That's going to happen. I think
Gotcha.
as A, I think as AI comes, costs and services and goods will go down to zero.
Yep.
Right? I think we have a 10% chance that we go into a dystopic universe, but we have a 90% chance that we go into the most amazing, right, utopic universe there is, where things are nothing because you're going to have 4 billion robots that are going to do shit for free. So your cost of your goods and services, your toothpaste is going to be 2 cents, right? So I think everything that's related to fiat and stock market, as far as flipping the stock market, I think will go again. It's like Bitcoin against the dollar the last 10 years, down 99%. I
Right.
think you're going to see the stock market to digital assets down 99%. So that's when we will flip the stock market.
Gotcha.
So yes,
So you think
so
that the
yes,
stock
I believe
market's
it.
you think the stock market is going to significantly demonetize? Is that sort of the is that
I
what
think they're
you're
going to debase the dollar. I think fiat currency is going to get debased. I
okay?
think we're going to have a crisis where if you don't have digital assets, you're not going to have anything.
Ah, I see. Makes sense. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's going to be something crazy. Yeah,
So the answer to your question is yes, not in the
absolutely.
traditional what people think. Like we're not gonna, it's not gonna, the stock market's not gonna be at 70 trillion and then we're gonna go to 71 trillion. I think we're gonna flip it at some point. I don't know where the equilibrium will be, but at that point it won't matter because we'll all be on an island somewhere enjoying our lives.
I love it, man. With 1,000 robots serving us.
I mean, think about it, right? I was talking to my wife the other day. We have a 94-year-old grandma,
Mhm.
and the family kind of like switches who takes care of her like month at a time, because she can't be by herself.
Gotcha.
I'm like, guys, this is the last generation where that's going to even be an issue. Where you're going to need a home nurse aide or something because you're going to have a robot that's taking care of you.
It's so wild to think about. It's still like I know all that stuff is coming, but it's still like so crazy to think about. And
Right?
it already is like you can see it like glimmers of it, like the robot assistants. I've seen them in restaurants and different things, and I know they're gonna get vastly superior to that. They're not. I haven't really seen a humanoid
Oh
one
yeah.
yet. I'm looking forward to the humanoid
You're
ones.
you're about to. You're about to
I mean,
think about. I have fun with it, and I'm like thinking about all the jobs that are going to be lost. I'm like, there's not going to be any more dog walkers, right? Because you're gonna have a robot that's gonna have like 15 dogs walking.
maybe I'll have artisanal dog walkers. I don't know. Like if you want the human touch, you could pay
Who
extra for
knows,
it.
right?
I do think
That's
there
that's some
might be
that's
a.
that's something.
I do think there might be like a artisanal type crafts and things. I think will probably do very well because some people will be like, I really want a human to do whatever it is. I don't want a robot. They could be very anti-robot.
Okay, so that's what I was thinking. So I'm looking into so what I believe is going to be the most valuable. Have you heard of Imad Mustaf?
Hmm. No, I
No,
haven't.
I'll send you something on him. He
Okay.
did diffuse. He was an AI diffusion, stable diffusion. He was the CEO and creator of stable diffusion. So
Okay, now I know what you're
he
talking about. I gotcha. I know what you're talking about
right
now.
right.
Yep.
So I believe like him. I think that the most important. If you're getting too much noise, let me know because I just
No,
can
you're
you guys hear
good.
me?
Yeah,
Can you
you're
hear me?
good.
All
You're
right.
good.
So I think that the most kind of like valuable thing going forward will be proof of human and the
Yeah.
collective.
Hmm.
So like proof of he's designing something that's you'll be able to mint a token by being proof of human.
Gotcha.
So think about how interesting that is, right? So I'm thinking like what's going to be the most valuable? It's going to be a community like TikTok or not TikTok, but like a new one that's called like the collective, right? Where it's all humans and you have to give proof of human to be there, right? That's what's going to be the most valuable thing in the future because you already can't tell AI on a video or on
No.
screen already, right?
Yeah.
Like so proof of human is going to be amazing.
Yeah,
That's the next thing. You heard it here first. Don't forget.
yeah, very important too. Yeah, and SPX sixty
Right?
nine hundred could be kind of a vehicle for that too. Actually, I think.
Okay, so there you go. That's what I was trying to get to. So the collective of 6,900, right? So we're proof of human,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's exactly what we are. We are the collective of humans. So
Right.
if we play this right and we do it the right way and we explain it the right way, which Murad is very good at, like I
Yes.
think one of his like best attributes is explaining the collective of people and what it means in the future. I think he's got a natural talent for that, right? He makes sense, and that's why we're lucky to have him.
Oh yeah. He is the best explainer in our community for sure. I'm glad he's on our team. We're very lucky to have him for
Yeah,
sure.
right. I'm glad he's on our team.
Yeah. And then it's so amazing. It's so funny that some people were like at like he's horrible and not bullish and he's like a bad. There's so many people like that who act that way. And it's like you are very lost if you think he's somehow bad for SPX. It makes no sense. But I'm
No,
assuming.
makes no sense. I mean, look at all the bad people that were. You're going to lose your license because you did proof of operating rule, and isn't that against
Dude,
the
oh,
law? Blah blah
oh my
blah blah blah. I'm like, come
god.
on.
Dude, there were
I made
so
sure that there
many of
was no
that.
faces, no names, no, like, you know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Like, no, listen,
I saw those and I was like, God, y'all are so
people
annoying.
just
Y'all
hate.
are so annoying.
People hate, but you know what? What does that mean? That means that we did something good,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Like
true. That is
that.
true.
That means that we did something that like people got noticed about. Like, okay, wait a second. Let me just hate on this because everyone likes it.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. It is. There is like a jealousy, I think, on crypto Twitter of other people involved in other projects because it's so obvious. It's just like
Right.
how do you not see it now that SPX is the
Hey,
one you want to be
you
in?
know what?
Like,
I'm glad you brought up something because I did not. I saw the first thing that I didn't like in our community
like what
the
was
other
that?
week, this week. There was a guy, I don't know who he is. His name is Jamie something, and he was pushing like the Japanese version or the Chinese version of
Oh, that was
SPI
awful. That was
6900.
awful. That was awful.
So I didn't like that the community kind of like got nasty because that's not us. Like
Yeah,
we're better than that.
that's true.
Like let that guy show what like let them show whatever they want. Like again, if you know, you know.
Right.
And there's nothing that anybody can show or this or that or this guy flips it. Oh, I'm gonna go to the Japanese or the Chinese SCA. All right, go. Listen, have at it. Like you're free to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You'll come back to us. I know that. But like I wasn't happy with the community kind of razzing him and getting nasty with him.
No. Yeah. And I
It's
do.
the first time I saw that.
Well, there are some people in the community who are very defensive. Like if it's a copycat or something like that, that there's some people that get really mad about that.
That's a compliment, right? That means that we're doing something right.
I think you have the best attitude about it, and even I sometimes get caught up in it a little bit. I have to correct myself, but um, I think it's just human emotion. Some people
Right.
lash out, but I do think ideally
That's okay.
everybody has your opinion. I think that is I think most people do have your view on it. It's just some people get very
I think so
defensive.
too.
Yeah.
It's not even 1%, but I was like, it was the first time that I saw something got under their skin. Like they got
Yes.
threatened for a second, and it was just like, listen, there's going to be 100,000 more of these attacks on us, right?
Yeah,
But we're
you
not.
definitely shouldn't be a threat. You definitely shouldn't be threatened by it. If you're threatened by it, then
No.
yeah, definitely shouldn't be.
Imagine Bitcoin was threatened by Litecoin and this one and that one. It's like, come on, like, listen, like Michael Saylor says, right? There's only one number one. and we're it. Out of all the culture communities, there's only one number one. There's nobody out there that's like us.
Right.
Okay? Even like Doge and Sheep, like they're they're not active in the way we are.
No,
Right?
I
I think they
agree.
probably made their money and they're they're more of like a corporate avenue at this point.
Yeah.
But like there's only one number one. I'm gonna steal that from Michael Saylor, and SPX is it.
Yeah, I agree. There is no second best. There is no
That's it.
second best movement coin.
That's it. That's it.
Yep.
And again, I wish we could. I think that eventually we'll create the first transition to culture coin. I think we'll come. I think we're going to create a new listing of type of coins that are. So you have the meme coins, you have the animal coin, whatever. I think that at some point, CoinGecko and Coin Market Cap will have culture coins. Because I think you're going to see a lot more coming in the next couple of years. Like I said, you're going to have these societies of coins, right? Proof of human, proof of doing stuff, adding to the community. So I think that SPX might be the coin that transitions to a new asset group.
Dude, yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yeah, I think it really is that network state idea that Balaji talked about. It's insane.
100%.
Yeah.
He's
And
amazing. Isn't he brilliant?
oh
He's so
God.
brilliant. It's
He's
crazy.
yeah, I
And so
love
he's like
listening
on a
to
whole
him.
nother level, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. He's yeah, crazy smart, crazy smart. I would love for I
Some
would love
people
for
are
Murad Bell.
gifted.
I would love for Murad Bell to get to talk to him, and that'd be a podcast or something. I think he does a podcast. Balaji does.
So,
That would be amazing.
I think he does. I think he calls it what's it called, new state or something like that, or state union
Something
state.
like that.
I
Yeah,
forgot what it's called.
I think
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
And he makes a lot of sense. He's very smart. Him and I would love to see him and Mustad talk because those
Oh
guys are
yeah.
like a whole nother level. But you know, I think once if we get this retail bull run, I don't know when, but we'll get it eventually at some point. I don't know when it will be, but that will be the time to start talking about like we're the first meme coin that's transitioning to a culture coin.
Yeah.
I think it's simple as that, culture coin. I think that's like or collective coin or whatever you want to call it. Whatever Murad thinks is the most catchiest thing, but
I
it's
think
definitely not a
it's
meme coin.
no. I think it's definitely. I think that that idea is that people are trying to change. I know Cal is like all he was pure belief assets, and then he changed it to movement coins. He's been trying to push these different ideas, and I think we definitely need a new name. I just don't know if it's been decided yet. Culture coin, movement coin. I think those two are. I personally like movement coin the most. I think, but I think culture coin makes a lot of sense though, and collective coin makes sense
Listen,
too.
I think you know what you do. You put it up on like a thing, like on Polymarket or Kalshi, and you just let people pick, and
That
whichever one wins.
Polymarket's the best. Yeah, I that helped me. That's like one of the most useful things to figuring out what will happen in the future. People bet with them, you know.
What a market that's become, right? Think about that. Like that's going to be the new gambling, right? Like you think, based, am I going to become bald or am I going to let my hair grow next time I'm on a podcast? Right? Like, you can basically make a bet.
Yeah, it's really. I
And you
do.
know what's interesting? I was listening to a podcast. I was listening to a podcast how like sectors in the future.
Mm,
It, it's gonna.
yeah. So I only have a well, I had one more question, but how bullish are you in the near term? We talked kind of the future, and we all kind of feel the same way. But how bullish are you in the near term?
If retail comes back, or if we can say like this,
Okay, let's say retail comes back. I think they will. So
is the near future like 6 months or a year? I want to be
let's
specific here
say
because I want to give you my honest opinion.
we'll say till the end of next year or whenever
Okay.
yeah, within a year we'll say.
whatever the business cycle, let's say the business cycle
There you
is,
go.
whatever the business cycle
Yep.
is. Okay. So,
Yes.
okay, everything depends on Bitcoin. Okay.
Yep.
If we see what I believe, if we see a $250,000 Bitcoin, I think we could see a $65 SPX.
That's bullish. That will change a lot of people's lives for sure.
If we if we see a $250,000 Bitcoin, I think we can see that SPX. Now remember, Bitcoin crazy. Remember slowly, then suddenly all at
Yeah.
once,
Mhm.
right? It's the same thing with Bitcoin. If you get a $400,000 Bitcoin, you could see a $75 to $85 SPX. Now
Right.
I don't know if it's going to go there in the next year, but again, at some point, this supply crunch is gonna bomb. Like it's gonna pop. Like I believe personally, we've seen the manipulation. I believe until the U.S. makes their Bitcoin strategic reserve, like they don't want it to go up, yet, right?
Right.
Like they want it in the 150 and lower range because they have to buy a whole bunch of it, right? We're going to be the superpower, right? The
Yeah.
Bitcoin, right? We are.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
so I think the price suppression is happening right now until the United States purchases their Bitcoin strategic reserve.
Yep.
Once that's gone, right? And then what are they going to say? They're going to say the narrative is going to be that Bitcoin strategic reserve topped the supply, right? That's what they're going to say.
Right.
So once they buy it, it can go up to 500,000. But we don't know if that's going to happen in the next 6 months or the next year. If it happens in the next 6 months, and they say they're going to purchase 2 million Bitcoin using gold, right? I think you see SPX pop to 65 to $85.
Yeah, that'll be crazy. Yeah.
I think my base case, my low case,
Hmm.
I think low case, this run, my low case is probably about $9 to $12.
Okay. That sounds about right.
That's my low case.
Yeah.
With retail, remember, with retail coming in.
Right. Cool. I mean, that that makes sense to me.
What do
Um,
you think?
I don't know. I don't know. I know it's going to do well. I don't know.
Right? Well, but think about it. Right. Think about it. Isn't it cool that it doesn't matter?
Yeah, it doesn't really
Right?
matter too much to
Like
me.
how cool is that?
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter
Right. It would shock
because
me if we did. It would shock
this
me
is
if we
more
didn't hit
valuable.
$10. But
Like what we're doing right now is more
yeah.
valuable.
Right.
Again, this is the most valuable thing. Me sitting here with you and whoever's watching it and seeing this, like that's invaluable.
Right.
And the only reason why we're doing that is because of SPX, right? That's your utility. Like that's utility.
It's absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. The money aspect, while it's nice, that's not the most important thing for me. With SPX, it's definitely not.
You know what? Let me make everybody at ease. I'm gonna make everybody in the community at ease right here. Congratulations. You're in a coin that's gonna 5x. Okay? At a minimum.
At a minimum, yeah.
So all right, if that's not good enough for you, just reevaluate what's good enough for you. But I'm gonna tell everybody, I'm gonna tell everybody in the community, congratulations. You're in a coin that's gonna 5x. Welcome to the club.
I like that.
Right? I mean,
With the
I'm
possibility
not wrong.
of the possibility of 40 or 50 xing if things go well.
Oh, of course it's going to, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. But like, congratulations! Like, how many people have 5x? Like, you
Right.
take that in a
Yeah.
second, right? Like, so
Yeah.
here you are, folks. Proof of operating room is telling you, congratulations, you're in a 5x token from this point on. You didn't have to get in early. I'm saying from this point, from October 13th with Southern Fried Chad, if you buy today, you're gonna 5x your money. I can't. There's no other investment, that you can feel comfortable like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's yeah, yeah. I think it's amazing. Honestly, I'm so glad I'm here. It's gonna be it's gonna get fun. I believe.
Right. Hey, let me ask you a question. Was that tweet, that rumor that I saw running around true? Did Barron Trump, like, did he text for 30 seconds or something about
No,
SPX? Or was that?
no, that was okay. So the thing with Undy, it was Undy who did it. He has a very he's got like five. He's a very ironic guy. So
I loved it, by the way.
so he sometimes he'll just make up bullshit just for the hell of it, and then somebody will get mad at him, and then he'll just keep doing
uh,
it. So he's kind of he likes to
he likes to
mess with
turn the knife. He likes to turn the knife a little bit.
Yeah, of course Barron did this, and that's why I retweeted it, and I put Elon Musk approves, like Elon approved of it, like just
Okay,
it's just
okay.
like we're just all messing
So
around.
it's funny. I wrote a tweet, or I tagged Andrew Tate, because he's like, okay, what do I spend my money on now? I'm like, you should really check into SPX. And then I wrote it to James Wynn, right? I'm
Yeah,
like, hey, I've been watching you this whole cycle. I think it's time you start to understand SPX.
dude, for real, man. Oh my
Right?
god,
Like, how much money are you gonna throw away? Just come over to SPX and just relax.
I don't know if you heard that interview from him, but he was like incoherent, and it was like wild. Like he could
Yeah.
barely put together a sentence, and it was like wild that he somehow ran up to that kind of money. But I don't know if he was putting
Maybe he
on an
was in
act, but
maybe he was inebriated. Listen, when you like, I don't know his background or anything, but like when you play with that kind of money and you lose and you win, like, there's nervous system ticks and stuff that happen that, like, you know, who knows?
he sounded drunk, to be honest. So probably
Yeah,
was. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Maybe he was. I mean,
Do you have any final thoughts?
any final thoughts? Yeah, I mean, my final thought, it feels really good to be part of a movement and a collective that really is true and is honest and has a community of people that care. And you know what? Is an intelligent community. I believe we have a very intelligent community. I think from top to bottom, people understand each other, they care about each other. I love the fact that we're sponsoring athletes. I love the fact that if something happens to someone, we donate to them. And, as far as I'm concerned, I'm looking forward to seeing as many people that can come to Art Basel, put on a good get together, get to know people in person. I'd love to get to see you in person. Um, and I think, like I said, welcome to the 5X Club at a minimum. I mean, that's people poo-poo that now. It's like
Mm-hmm.
people take that for granted, but it's a home run.
It's a bit, yeah. It's definitely, yeah. Agreed. Hey, I hope. I mean, I'm like 99% sure I'm coming, so I'll just say I am coming. But yeah, it'll be fun to see you there and see everybody
You're
else
even
too.
more than welcome to stay in my house if you want. I live
Cool.
about 25 minutes from Art Basel. You're more than welcome to come in, man.
All right. Well, dude. Thanks for the offer.
You
I'll,
might you might want to be down in Miami with all the fun, but you're more than welcome to come to Fort Lauderdale if you want
oh,
to.
dude. Thanks for the offer.
And
I'll
I,
keep that in mind, man. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
I hope we get to do this again. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed this. To be honest with you, hope everyone saw the new SPX shirt today.
Well, dude,
But
I started. I'm doing a live show now every Tuesday on top of the podcast. So I'll have to get you on there sometime.
I would love to, man. I enjoy meeting people. I mean, for me, again, one of my last thoughts, for me, the whole purpose of this group and this SPF 6900 is to interact with energy and meet people and talk to people like you.
Yeah.
So I really loved it, man. I really appreciate you bringing me on. And there'll be more proof of operating room, more proof of DCA,
Oh
not
yeah.
going anywhere. And I look forward to doing this journey with you, my friend.
Dude, that's amazing, dude. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on. I know the community is gonna love to hear from you, and yeah, we all love and appreciate you, and it's been amazing to see where you've come from and get to know you a bit better. Thank you to everyone who's made it this far. If you're still here, please like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'll put a link to Jesse's X account below in case you're not following him. And until next time, persist forever, Aeons.
Bye, guys.